Welcome to Prep Rally, live on tape. I'm Graham Thomas with the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, and I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend, NWA Democrat-Gazette sports writer Rick Fires.
You got the last one right. I am a sports writer.
All right, Rick. It's week 0 in the start of high school football season in Arkansas, and we've got just a lot of great matchups in the area this week. If you're looking for a high school game to go to, there's plenty to choose from, especially up here in Northwest Arkansas. I mean, you could go to the Rogers High and go watch the Rogers play Little Rock Southwest. Springdale Har-Ber is hosting Little Rock Parkview.
Yep.
And, you could go to Harrison and watch Springdale High take on the Goblins.
Didn't get them down there in the River Valley. It's all over the place. It doesn't matter right now that it's 100 degrees out. It doesn't matter that you don't get to do your chili, like I do, the chili dogs and the caramel apple and the hot chocolate. Right now, we just want you to stay hydrated, get you plenty of water, but there's no excuse not to get out there to these games. They may be going a little bit late, but get out there and, hey, we're back. We're back. You took the summer off. The kids are back in school, which means we're back to back them.
Yep, you said it great, Rick. We're back, and we're ready to get going here. We're going to talk about 3 games in particular here on the show. Let's start over at Springdale, on the west side of Springdale at Har-Ber, where Coach Brent Eckley will be making his debut against a really tough opponent in Little Rock Parkview, defending 5A state champions. Man, I can't think of a more tough matchup to get things going, but Coach Eckley, a long-time successful coach in Missouri, they're going to get their oil checked right off the bat.
Yeah, getting the oil check right there against Parkview was down there for a little bit. They used to be a power back in the 70s, 80s. They're back up there defending 5A state champion. Eckley probably looked at the schedule and said, what? He might have been hightailing back that way, but that's a good test for them. Har-Ber really fell on hard times last couple of years, gave up a lot of points. But they got some new coaches over there, a new attitude. Sometimes you just got to turn the page. Chris Wood did a great, phenomenal job building that program for 17 years, I think. He's got some kids in college, and he's still with the school system. They're going to turn it over to Eckley, and that's a really tough game right off the bat against the 5. I don't care if it's 2 rungs lower. That's still a tough game against the 5A defending state champs.
Har-Ber went down to Little Rock last year, and it was a pretty good game for a while, I think. And then Parkview pulled away, scored a lot of points. But from everybody I've been talking to, they're saying that Har-Ber has looked a lot better this summer in competition. And Coach Eckley, from when we visited with him, he thinks that they can play with these guys. And so I'm looking forward to seeing how the Wildcats do.
Yeah. You got rid of the old guy that you sat here. I booted him out. Go. We don't need you anymore. So I got you in here now. Fresh blood can do nothing but help you.
We love Chris Wood, too. We think
absolutely.
the world of him. So, Rick, who you got in that one?
I'll be doing my Rick picks that come out on Friday. So in this game, I love Eckley. I love Har-Ber. But I got to go with the defending 5A state champions. So Rick's picks in this game is Little Rock Parkview to win at Springdale Har-Ber.
All right. Let's go through the tunnel, get a few more degrees up on the temperature, and let's go over to Jim Rowland Stadium at Fort Smith Southside, where Southside will be hosting Fort Smith Northside in the Battle of Rogers Avenue.
Oh, wow. That's always a huge one. And now they're at the non-conference game. They used to be in the 7A West. That was later in the year, but they didn't want to, once they get divided into different conferences, they want to keep that game. There's going to be a lot of smack talk. 2 great programs, been down a little bit, but I think Northside's really going to make a move this year. Southside's got to be better. They weren't very good at all last year. Rivalries are good, especially Rogers Avenue. If anybody's familiar with Fort Smith, half the kids over there on the south side, on the north side of Rogers Avenue, you got your north side. They interact with each other. They see each other in town, at the water park. And, man, these are important to these kids right here. I love this kind of rivalry. To me, it's still one of the best rivalries. I don't care if they've been down a little bit. It's still the best rivalry. One town, 2 programs evenly divided.
Well, and normally in a rivalry game, they're always like, well, throw the records out the window. Well, nobody has a record yet.
Yeah.
But who you got?
I got Northside. Wow. Curry down there at 4-7. They had a bad loss to end the year last year. They got some great young athletes. They got to get better on defense. I spent some time down there at Northside, and I remember hearing in my head all the time, Northside coaches, grizzly defense. That's how we win. And Leland pointed out earlier, you still win championships with defense. So they got to get a lot better on defense. They got some athletes, still young, but I got Northside in this one.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So our final game of the show, we're going to talk about our game of the week up in Northwest Arkansas. We have the Cabot Panthers visiting the Fayetteville Purple Dogs. Rick, these two teams have met each of the last 2 seasons. They've been a battle each time. I'm expecting nothing less this time around as Cabot visits up here against what we think is going to be a really good Fayetteville team.
You know what? The last game I covered last year was in the Class 7A playoffs. Conway up here at Harmon Field, Fayetteville, and the Wampus Cats just put a whipping on Fayetteville. It was 37-0, eliminated Fayetteville. The fans were disappointed. The coaches disappointed. Anybody had purple on was disappointed. And since then, now we're in the new year. I was talking to some of the Fayetteville players, including Drake Lindsay, our cover boy on our magazine. And the first thing he said to me, Rick, he said, that left a bad taste in our mouth. Coaches said it. That left a bad taste in our mouth. I heard a parent say, boy, that loss really left a bad taste in our mouth. It's kind of a cliche, but you know what? When you say that over and over, you know how you get rid of that? This is how you get rid of it. They got a new facility over there called a SWAC. They got new bathrooms, new showers, new dressing room, new restroom. This is what you do. Let me talk to the Purple Dogs right here. This is what you do, Purple Dog. You go right here. You get the toothpaste of your choice right here. You go like this. You go here. You go. Right there. You take your toothbrush. This is how you get the bad taste out. I do this about 3 times a week, whether I need it or not. Yeah. All right, there you go. That's how you get that bad taste out. Then you get you a mint or something or a sucker. I don't know if I got anything, but start the year off right. Forget about last year. Get that bad taste out of your mouth. We just did it, and I got Fayetteville. To set the pace this year. The 7A West is coming back. Fayetteville's carrying the flag for the 7A West, retired to 7A Central, winning everything. Bryant and North Little Rock. This is a good Cabot team, but Fayetteville, you're at home. You got that beautiful new facility. There's no reason you can't come out there and win this game. So I'll go out there and get it done. Let's go.
And fans always remember to brush your teeth and floss. This has been Graham Thomas, and this is Graham Thomas with the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. This is Rick Fires reminding you all to stay orally hygienic, and we'll see you next time.